1977. Disco was taking over the dance floors. Punk was tearing up the underground. But quietly, on car radios and kitchen countertops across America, something softer was ruling the airwaves. Smooth electric pianos, aching harmonies, songs built for slow drives home and late-night phone calls. Today we're counting down 12 soft rock songs from that exact year that once meant everything to somebody, and have since almost completely vanished from memory. Some of these hit number 1. All of them were real, certified hits, and by the end of this list, there's a good chance at least one is going to stop you cold, because you haven't heard it in decades, and you didn't know how much you missed it until right now. Let's start at number 12. Number 12, Hold Tight, by Bread.
Never slows up.
By 1977, Bread was already unraveling. Songwriter David Gates had built the band into one of the defining soft rock acts of the decade, but internal tension was pulling it apart from the inside.
I know it's now or never.
Hold Tight came from what would be their final album together, Lost Without Your Love. It only climbed to number 67 on the charts, a quiet exit for a band that had once ruled easy listening radio. But if you find it and press play, you'll hear exactly why people fell for Bread in the first place. Gentle, unguarded, and just a little bit heartbroken.
Yourself in motion, you're tearing my emotion.
Number 11, Hooked on You, also by Bread.
Day and night, baby, always there to...
Released the same year. This one did slightly better, reaching number 60 on the Hot 100. And it holds a strange distinction. It was the very last charting single Bread ever released before the group dissolved.
Never came back so much for more needs I've had before.
2 entries on this list from the same band, both from their Swan Song album, both almost completely forgotten today. That's not a coincidence. That's what happens when a band ends quietly, instead of going out with a bang. Nobody was watching closely enough to remember, but we are now.
And I never thought I would. I've never been dependent.
Number 10, Street Corner Serenade by Wet Willie. A southern rock band better known for gritty, horn-driven jams, Wet Willie slowed things way down for this one, and it worked. The song only reached number 30 on the charts, a modest number by any measure. But modest chart performance doesn't always mean modest impact.
Sister D up here. Donna, come on, tell them what it's all about tonight.
Ask anyone who actually heard Street Corner Serenade on the radio in 1977, and they'll tell you it stuck. Some songs chart high and disappear overnight. Others chart low and somehow refuse to leave you. This is one of the second kind. Number 9, Love's Grown Deep by Kenny Nolan. Nolan wasn't just a performer, he was one of the most successful songwriters of the decade, having already written massive hits for other artists before stepping into the spotlight himself. Love's Grown Deep reached number 20 on the Hot 100 and climbed all the way to number 3 on the adult contemporary chart.
A friend when things go wrong.
It's smooth, sincere, unmistakably 1977. And here's something most people don't know. A decade later, the R&B group Shalimar would cover this very song, introducing it to a completely new generation who had no idea they were listening to a decade-old soft rock deep cut.
Watch it grow. Love's let us plant the seed.
Number 8, Just Remember I Love You by Firefall. Firefall built their reputation on gentle, layered harmonies and unhurried tempos, the kind of sound that felt like it belonged on a porch at sunset. This single reached number 11 on the Hot 100, a genuine hit in its moment. But Firefall's catalog has a strange habit of getting overshadowed by other soft rock giants of the same era. If you know the name but can't place the song, that's about to change. And once you hear it, you won't understand how you forgot it in the first place. Number 7, On and On, by Stephen Bishop. This one climbed all the way to number 11 on the Hot 100 and number 2 on the Easy Listening chart, staying on the charts for 28 full weeks. That's not a fluke hit. That's a song that genuinely connected with an entire country for the better part of half a year. And yet, mention the title today, even to people who lived through 1977, and you'll get blank stares more often than recognition. Somewhere between then and now, On and On slipped through the cracks of classic rock radio. It's time it climbed back out. Number 6, Falling, by LeBlanc and Carr. Lenny LeBlanc and Pete Carr released this one in October of 1977, and it became their biggest hit, eventually reaching number 13. It spent 28 weeks crawling up the charts, patient and steady, the way soft rock hits often did in that era. There was no explosive debut, no viral moment, just a song that quietly won people over one radio play at a time. That's a kind of success we don't really see anymore, and it's part of why Falling has faded so completely from the collective memory. Number 5, Smoke from a Distant Fire, by the Sanford Townsend Band. A blue-eyed soul and soft rock duo out of Alabama, Sanford Townsend had exactly one moment in the sun, and this was it. The song reached number 9 on the Hot 100, driven by a drum intro so instantly recognizable that even people who don't know the title will recognize the sound the second it starts. It should have launched a career. Instead, it became a beautiful, isolated flash of brilliance that the duo never quite matched again. Number 4, Baby Come Back, by Player.
Do something bold and beautiful to try to make up with.
Here's a fact that surprises almost everyone. This song hit number 1 on the Hot 100 in 1977, an enormous commercial success. And for decades, casual listeners have mistaken it for a Hall & Oates song, simply because the sound is so similar to She's Gone. It wasn't. It was an entirely different band, California-based, largely remembered today as a one-hit wonder, even though that label barely does justice to just how massive this single actually was in its moment. Number 1 on the charts, practically erased from memory less than 50 years later. Let that sink in for a second, because it gets even stranger from here.
Everything about you, there was something.
Number 3, I Go Crazy, by Paul Davis.
Hello, girl, it's been a...
This is where things get almost unbelievable. I Go Crazy spent 40 weeks on the Billboard Hot 100, one of the longest chart runs of the entire decade, eventually peaking at number 7. 40 weeks, nearly an entire year of steady radio presence, longer than most songs that actually reached number 1. Paul Davis would go on to have other hits later in his career, but none matched the sheer staying power of this one. And yet today, ask 10 people if they know the name Paul Davis, and you'll likely get 10 blank looks. A song that dominated the airwaves for the better part of a year, and somehow, history barely remembers it happened.
Down inside, oh baby, feeling inside, way
Number 2, Do You Wanna Make Love, by Peter McCann.
things that fill
In a year full of songs about heartbreak, breakups, and moving on, McCann's single offered something quieter and more thoughtful, a gentle exploration of what real connection actually meant. It became a genuine hit in 1977, and for a brief moment, McCann was everywhere. But like so many names on this list, the moment passed, the airplay faded, and the song settled into the deep archives of soft rock history, waiting for someone to dig it back up.
I guarantee it will bring me down. Just wanna fool around.
And now, number 1, Undercover Angel by Alan O'Day. This is the one that towers over every other entry on this list, and for good reason. It reached number 1 on the Hot 100 in 1977 and sold over 1 million copies, officially certified gold within weeks of its release. O'Day described it as a nocturnal novelette, a dreamlike story of a mysterious woman who visits a man only in the depths of night. Before this song made him famous in his own right, O'Day had already written hits for other artists, including Helen Reddy's Angie Baby. Undercover Angel was his moment, and for one unforgettable year, it was inescapable. And still, decades later, it's more likely to be met with silence than recognition. 12 songs, all genuine hits in their moment. Some spent nearly a full year on the charts, some reached number 1, and nearly all of them have slipped almost entirely out of public memory, buried under the weight of the handful of soft rock songs that did survive into legend. If even one of these brought back a memory you didn't know you still had, that's exactly why we do this. Some music deserves a second chance to be heard. Let us know in the comments which one hit hardest, and if you want more forgotten soft rock gems pulled back from 1977 and beyond, you already know what to do next.
Love me,